Topics to be covered in this lesson are natural resources, need to manage resources, reduce, recycle, reuse, forests and wildlife management, water management, coal and petroleum management. So let us start with what are natural resources. So in this lesson, as the name suggests, we will talk about the ways we can manage natural resources and why is it necessary to manage natural resources. However, we have talked about natural resources in one of our previous lessons, but let us still have a quick review on what are natural resources. Again, as the name suggests, natural resources, that means resources which are obtained from nature. So substances that exist in nature and is useful to the mankind. So that is why they are known as natural resources, because they are already present in nature. We do not need to manufacture them or we do not need to produce them. They are already present in the nature and they are extremely useful to the mankind in many different ways, right? So when I talk of natural resources, you can, what are the things that come to your mind? Some of the things, can you visualize some of the things which are already present in nature and which are extremely useful to us? The first thing that comes to our mind is most of the times water, right? It is something which is natural, which occurs naturally and it is useful to us. So some of such things are soil, air, water, forests, wildlife, coal, petroleum. So I have just named some of them. So these are some of the things which are present in nature and which helps us in significant ways. For example, can you think of your life without air, water or soil? Because air is something which helps us to breathe. Water is something without which we cannot survive. Again, soil is something with the help of which we grow trees, plants, we get fruits, vegetables, flowers, right? Again, wildlife. Wildlife also has a very significant role to play because there are so many living beings which feed on other living beings, right? So everything, all living beings which exist in nature are interdependent. They are dependent on each other, right? Similarly, forests are the best supplier of wood with the help of which we construct so many furnitures and things. Coal, petroleum, we have already discussed about coal and petroleum in our previous lesson while we were talking about fossil fuels. So we have seen how they help in generating tremendous amount of energy and how that energy is useful in generation of electricity and also for other purposes like cooking and all. Right? So these are some of the natural resources. So in this lesson, our aim is to see what is the need to manage these resources. I mean, why do we really need to manage natural resources and what are the ways of managing the resources? That means why do we need to manage resources and how do we manage these natural resources? Right?